Okay, we're live. We are live. Let's see how the audio sounds. Hold on. So let's tell the audio is going to be good. Okay, the audio is not good. Let me fix that real quick. It's a very good thing we checked, because this audio is not going to kind of. Okay, let's see. I don't. My desk though, but let's see. Better. How the audio sounds. Yeah, no, we have to wait 10 seconds. I think that sounds better. I think that sounds better. I'll have to look. I think that sounds better. Okay, yeah, that's much better. All right. So the original page one got a little bit cut up because I was trying to let me see if I can actually pull it up. I was trying to work out the templates. I actually don't know where it went. I kind of used the first page as like my cut up page, and I cut them up to make the little squares for the next pages. I don't know if I'm explaining it that well. But so the first page I don't have, but we have the rest of the pages. So this, man, I really wish I had the first page to compare. But this is our first page this time. I'll put it here, I guess. I think that looks much better than the last time we tried it. This first page looks a lot better. This is page 2 of the new one. I think that looks way, way, way better. This is page 2. And this is the page we're kind of working on, but we had to add in another page. So this is the old one. Last time I kept doing, and I really regret it because some of these pages I could have just kept if I hadn't done, you guys can see, if I hadn't done these like dark Sharpie outlines and stuff around the page, which I thought would help. But I think it just made it like harder to clean up. So if I hadn't done that, I would have probably kept this page, maybe. But we're redoing it now. So hopefully that gives us a chance to do it better. And then this page also. So this is what we have so far. I guess I should just lay it all out for you guys. So this is what we have so far. Page 1, page 2, and then page 3. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, so this is what we have so far. Thinking maybe I should change the thumbnail. What about that? How about we change the thumbnail? I don't even know how to change the thumbnail while I'm still in the live stream. So we'll just jam out with what we got. I wish it would just show a preview. That would be sick. But alright, this is what we got. We got page 1, 2, and 3. And now we're working on page 4. Which is essentially just a redo of this page. Pretty much. And some of these pages will just be redos. Because I don't actually hate how they turned out. I just hate... I don't actually hate the game plan of them. It's more so just how they got done. I really wish I could change the thumbnail, which I think maybe I could do in Studio. Also, I'm planning to be live for quite a while, so it doesn't matter if we spend some of these first minutes figuring stuff out. No, okay, we can't change the thumbnail right now. That's okay. But alright, I'm just gonna keep working on this page. And I'm really getting short on some of these paints, so I think sometime soon here I'm gonna have to buy some new paint. I guess, you know what, while people are coming in, maybe we could see if I could, let me try to figure out how I can change his thumbnail while I'm still streaming, while people are still rolling in. Okay. Doesn't look like we can do that. I don't think we can change the thumbnail while we're in the thing. So that'll be something for next time. That'll be for next time. But I think the setup looks nice. Doesn't this look nice, guys? We got the little side screen, and then we got the main screen. Okay, I gotta figure out what I'm doing first. I'm kind of disoriented because I was working on this last night and I kind of quit right in the middle of this page instead of just finishing it out. Okay. Also, I'm not sure where you guys are at, but here where I'm at, it has been really very hot. So if I pass out halfway through stream, just don't mind it. Just it's very warm here. Okay, so I did make at least one change in this particular panel. The jacket that I had that was red is now dark brown, almost black, which I think ends up looking a little better. I really needed to change that because in the scenes that I added in the beginning, I added some scenes in the beginning of the page, or in the beginning of the comic, and someone else was wearing the same color red. So I just felt like it looked too, like, matchy. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I changed his jacket. And I think it looks nice. I think it looks realistic too. Because the main character definitely, like, it's not me, but like I'm kind of the basis for a lot of it because I'm like the only reference that I really have 100% access to. And this definitely is something that I would wear for sure. Okay. So we'll just try to do that everywhere that we can. The last time we streamed, I think we got to like 3 hours. I don't know if I can do that again today, but we'll see. Honestly, if I didn't have to like talk and maintain like a coherent sentence, I think I could probably stream for like all day. Well, maybe not all day, but I could probably stream a lot longer if I just sat down and just had no, like, if it was just the painting part, I could probably do that all day. Maybe I should zoom in for you guys. There we go. we're getting so low on a lot of these pages, a lot of these colors. Let me turn that off. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize my fan clicking was audible. Let me turn that off. All right, I didn't realize that was going to be audible. We're going to really suffer this one out. It's going to be hot today. Yeah, I wish, honestly, there might be a way to do it, but I don't think my, I don't think this microphone has like a noise canceling thing to it. So I think if I ran my AC, it would just sound super loud. Especially because I'm right next to my AC. Like literally it's right here. So I'm really starting to like how the first page and the second page turned out. Actually, the third page might be my favorite too. I think I just took a lot longer on these pages because the original goal, when I first started doing this, I was convinced that I'd be able to do it in 24 hours. And I think I actually pretty sure I might have streamed some of it. It might be on the channel. I'm not sure if it's still up or if it's unlisted or something. But I'm pretty sure I was trying to do like a 24-hour comic book challenge. But very quickly I realized that that's not something that I'm going to be able to do. Especially with the way that I paint and draw. I think if I was better with pencil and pen, maybe we could get it done in 24 hours. But I don't think there's any way I'm going to get this done. I don't think I could have gotten it done in 24 hours. Also got to remember that the mic isn't over here, it's over here. Ooh, it's already getting hot. I think I'm gonna try to move at the pace of like a page almost a day, which doesn't seem very fast. But yesterday I worked for quite a while and I was only able to get one page done, or like 75% of a page done. I also gotta find a way to film a video around this as well. Because I still have, actually I think I might have deleted it, but I had a video for when I was working on the first one. But I don't know if I still have that. I think I might have gave up on that idea. So I might not have that video anymore. I'm gonna try to mix a color that's not the same as every other blue for his pants. Okay, that might work. It's also kind of hard to like stay coherent between the different panels. Like you want to make his pants colors similar in all the pages. Sometimes if you don't look at, if I'm not looking at it directly, I might forget what the actual color is. I really liked this this little shot, this little frame, even though it was kind of silly. I think it's funny. There we go. I feel like this approach, like the way I paint these, feels a lot different than the way I paint like a plein air painting. Even though I'm using the same paints and like I'm still working with similar stuff, like it's just nature and people and stuff like that, I still feel like I approach these super different. Let's really zoom in here. You lose so much quality when you zoom that far in. Okay, we'll zoom back out. Before the grain. Oh my goodness, we're so far out. You guys can see my hot pocket over here. Can you see my hot pocket? There you go. Okay, that should be good. And a lot of these figures, I just start off with like, let's see if I can find one. Like here, because I don't like, what's the word? I don't know, like because I don't like, I'm not drawing or painting in a very exact way. A lot of my figures start off as just like almost stick figures. Like, look at this. I don't know if it's dark enough. But this guy is just like a head, a box for a chest, and then like arms out to the side. Because I don't really... I feel like you don't need a lot more than that. Even like here. Some of this stuff is stick figures, but it's going to end up being like kind of similar to how these are. Now they're all out of order, but... Okay, 12 goes right here. But yeah. I'm very excited to see how this all is going to finish out, even though we're quite a ways away from it being finished. Even though I wrote like a book a while ago and I published that, this still feels a little bit like, I don't know if it feels more serious, but it just feels like I don't know. I think I'll be happy when it's finished. I'll be happy with it, I suppose. Because this is like, every page is my art. The book was like, I guess every page was my art too, but I only had a couple paintings in that book, as opposed to this one, which is like all paintings. There is nothing but paintings, essentially. I'm gonna try to go a little simpler. I think this one I might have done too much with the leg. Actually, it looks okay, I think. Actually, it looks okay. I'll take it back. I was gonna say I did too much on the leg, but I think it actually looks alright. But I still think here I might go for something a little simpler. We just gotta get in the opacity first, then we can deal with the color and all that kind of stuff. Sorry if it's disorienting for me to be flipping around the page. But that's kind of how I don't know how else to do it, honestly. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. I think we can try to do some skin tones now. Trying to keep his skin tone consistent as well throughout the whole story. And even though this comic book is so short, it like every panel takes time to finish, or every little, what are these called? These little squares called? Every frame, I guess, takes time. There definitely wasn't a whole lot wrong with the original one. I just completely botched it with the Sharpie outlines. But his face is gonna be same skin tone but lit by blue light, so we'll have to do that differently, I think. But we'll deal with the lighting later. We'll just put in a value. Okay. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 more pages to go. 19. Some of them are easy. Like, some of them are just blank, like... Yeah, some of them are literally just like blank pages that need to be filled in with color. But still, 19 pages is quite a bit. Also, I'm starting to understand why I did the Sharpie lines and stuff, because it's kind of tricky to keep a lineless style, but also like make sure everything is separated and clear for the viewer. But I think I'm doing okay so far. I think like the first pages turn out pretty okay without the lines. And there's nothing that really made me want to have a line, so I think we'll be okay. Also, if I have crust in my eye, I'm sorry. I literally like woke up and then started streaming. So there could be some eye crust. There we go. I feel like I used to be more of like a night painter, but I think the more that I planar paint, the less intriguing that painting at night becomes. Like I still do it, like I was painting last night, painting this, but I think I prefer to paint in the morning. Gotta write something down really quick. I'm gonna write down that the next stream, for next stream I wanna use past stream as thumbnail. Yeah, that's what I want to do next time. I just totally forgot. I could have done it last time, but I just totally forgot. Or could have done it this time, I suppose. I also have my dog next to me, so we totally did that wrong. Okay, we'll fix that later. I have my dog next to me as well, so if you hear little breath out or little exhales or little barks, that's him, not me. My dog also barks while he sleeps. I don't know if that's common, but how long have we been going? Almost 30 minutes, okay. It's not bad. I'm gonna try to keep streaming more often just so people can get used to the schedule and stuff. So I think the plan, what I'd like to do is maybe stream Saturday and Sunday and then stream like one day throughout the week. So maybe that'd be like a Wednesday or a Tuesday or something. But I think that would be good. I think that would make some sense. Because Saturday and Sunday, I feel like most people have some time in the mornings. And then maybe one day in the week, like a Wednesday at like 7 or something like that. Wednesday at 8. That's what I'd like to do. That's what I'd really like to do. Because I'm also trying to get the watch hours up too. For a while we were doing really good, and then I started making like shorter videos, and then I stopped streaming a long time ago. So a lot of that stuff hurt the watch hours that I had. But I think streaming is good anyways. I think people, like, I know I like to watch the live stream replays. Okay, let's add in his little tuft. His little fur collar, whatever it's called. His jacket collar. I might need a smaller brush for this. Let me grab this brush. Okay, you guys can barely see that. You guys can barely see that. There we go. All this stuff is so sloppy until you finally like put in the last little bits in. Even with the pages that I've already finished, like, they were looking so rough until I started putting in the last little bits. Oops. I'm essentially completely out of blue. I have like scraps of blue left in my palette. So I really need to buy some more. Just put the space value for the whole soul, even though a lot of it's going to change. And also, it's interesting trying to stay cognizant of like where speech bubbles are going to go, because I know there's going to be one right here. There's going to be one right here. There's going to be one here, all the way down here at the bottom. I have so much blue in the original that like it's hard to avoid it. I just really don't have any. I mean, I have some. Like, we're literally on like our last leg with this blue. Oops. This is my blue. I'm scraping it from, I don't know if you guys can see, there's this little tiny bit of blue left in the corner. know what's crazy? I was watching one of my old videos the other day, and I saw a video where I said that I don't like these. Where I said I don't like these water brushes. Like, how crazy is that? I can't believe I even thought that. But I mean, I think I stand by the reason. It was because I said I didn't like them because the water doesn't come out evenly. But which is fair, the water doesn't, especially when you buy the little cheap ones, the water never comes out like evenly. But I just stopped using the water. I don't even put water in them anymore. For the most part, I just use them like normal brushes. But I like how they feel. I like how thick they are. I also like how cheap they are too, and the fact they're like easily replaceable. I could easily go overboard with the grass and end up here all day. I'm gonna try not to. Just try to put in some darks and then put in some lights and then maybe put in a mid. But I don't want to go crazy. I easily could sit here all day and paint every little blade of grass. That is kind of how I go about grass anyways. Like I feel like I either like sweep it in one brush stroke and I don't think anything else about it, or I literally sit here and I do like, let me see, literally like in this painting right here, let me grab it. I just sit there and do like every single little blade of grass that I can try to fit in there. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to do that this time because I don't want to be here all day painting little blades of grass. Okay, let's make a lighter value grass color. So I'm gonna have some in my hot pocket real quick. I'm gonna step away so you don't hear my chewing. How long have we been streaming? Let's see. Hold on. Oh, only a half hour. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Alright. Oops. I know some people hate chewing, so I didn't want to make that any longer than it had to be. I think I tend to eat pretty healthy, but I think when it comes to breakfast, I'm like the most, like I've probably eat the worst stuff for breakfast. I need to definitely work on that. I'm just rarely am I in the mood for something like actually healthy in the morning. Like for lunch, I'll cook something nice, something healthy. For dinner, I'll make something healthy. I eat a lot of snacks too, but rarely in the morning, especially in the morning. I'm always in the mood for like bread in the morning. Okay, let's add in this lighter value. See how that comes in. Yeah, I'm always in the mood for like bread or like, I feel like more like pastry type stuff or like cheesy type stuff in the morning. Let's see how this goes on. It might be invisible. Yeah, it is. Like, it's almost invisible. We need to go lighter. Okay, this has to be lighter. Let's see. Oh, actually, this is kind of coming in. Yeah, there we go. That's something. That's a little better. Maybe this is too bright, honestly. But I think it'll even out. I think it'll kind of darken a bit. I still can't wait to see these, like a little cleaned up. You know what I mean? Like when I actually cut them out, not cut them out, but when I actually like edit them up and make them like perfect rectangles instead of these things, whatever shape they are now. I'm gonna add one. I'm gonna add another darker value, just a little bit darker than this, because this is kind of overdoing it. The bright green. Oh, that should be good. That looks good. Almost invisible now, but I think it'll be a little bit darker when it dries. Oh yeah, there we go. I think it's already coming in. That looks almost too light over there. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to sell the point. We'll add some of these down here. I don't want to go too crazy. If we go crazy over here, then it'll just ruin the page, I think. Yeah, we'll add some of these medium ones. Yeah, honestly, that's probably good enough. I don't think we need to add the lighter, the dark ones here. Okay, that should be good enough for that. Next thing that really sticks out to me is the boot. In the original, it's not opaque either. Let's see. Yeah, in the original, this is still was a little more opaque, I guess. But I think we're actually good with the actual boot. I think I just need to redo not redo, but finish it off on the edges and stuff like that. So we'll add in a darker color. Like a darker blue-brown. It's crazy how much blue-brown comes up when I'm painting. Like that's like a go-to dark, just blue-brown. It's like a very neutral, dark color. The boots that these were based on, the boots that I based this drawing on, I actually don't even have anymore. I don't even have anymore. These are like the first cowboy boots I ever had. But I got rid of them, so they're gone. It's funny, I actually used those boots as a reference in this book and also in this comic book, and then also when I was writing Fighting Crow, I used those boots as a painting reference for something. Okay, I'm just gonna make that all dark right now, even though we're gonna come back in with highlights and stuff. We can use the same dark color for his jacket over here. Honestly, for 30 minutes, we've kind of put in some good work. We've come a lot closer on a lot of these panels. I just don't really work that fast, I think. It's funny because sometimes I've had people tell me that I'm a fast painter, like especially when I go to my drawing nights. I've had people tell me that I'm a fast painter, but I think it's just because I'm like, I think it's just faster than you might expect, but I still don't think I'm a very quick painter. Like I think I get a lot down in a little bit, but I never, like I think it doesn't take me long to get like the big chunk of everything done, but I think all the rest of it takes me a long time. Like I might be able to block in a face in like, I don't know, 5 minutes, but then like finishing the painting actually takes me like an hour to do the rest of it. So I don't know, I don't feel like a fast painter. I feel like a moderately paced painter. But I would like to get faster. I think one of the things I plan to do once I get a fully like a stream schedule is I would like to do something where I'm like trying to push myself to paint portraits in just like 10 minutes or in 5 minutes or something like that. Because it seems kind of extreme, but I think like if you're working, especially if you're like doing an event or something, or if you're like, not that I'm doing characters or something like that, but I think it'd be good to be able to do portraits really quickly. Or even just if you like want to impress somebody and you can like do their portrait in 5 minutes. That'd be crazy. Like 5 minutes is nothing to have a portrait finish of somebody. So yeah, I would like to do that. I'd like to work more on that. Okay, what's next? I think next we can do, I was trying to decide if I really wanted this, because for some reason when I wrote this I had the character smoking at like every turn, and so this was going to be like a big cloud of smoke, and this is how I did it last time. But I guess we could still do it. I mean, I don't see if it'd be any better if I didn't do that. And I guess for continuity's sake, it does continue with the story. So yeah, we'll probably end up doing it. I need to do something with this strip. The last time it was a brick wall, or like a gray wall, but I don't know if the gray wall makes sense anymore. We could just make it be trees, which I think makes more sense, yeah. We'll just make it trees. We're almost at an hour. We're 50 minutes. 50 whole minutos. Okay. Yeah, let's make them trees instead of a brick wall or a gray wall. look too far into this because of the smoke cloud. I think even though smoking is like lost, I think even though smoking has lost a lot of its like cool factor because of like the obvious health implications and the fact that no one should ever smoke. I still think like something about like old movies when people smoke makes it look kind of cool. And I think I tend to be the person who's not convinced by movies. Like I'm not super convinced to like do anything because of movies, but I think when like a cool cowboy is smoking, like before they do something cool, it is pretty interesting. I'll say that at the very least. Doesn't necessarily make me want to smoke, but I will say it is interesting. Okay, we gotta fix this little nook right here where it's just... The matching colors is really tricky sometimes. But this doesn't need to be matched perfectly, we just need to mix it in. That should be good enough. And we'll wait till the trees dry so then we can put in some white paint. Okay, what is next? What is next? So this panel's pretty much done. This panel needs work on the boot. This panel is really close to being done. It just needs some cleanup around the head and needs his boot to be painted. This one's needs his boots and cleanup. They all pretty much just need cleanup. They're getting close. They're getting close. They're getting very close. I don't know how to go about finishing this boot. Maybe you could just put in some more darks and then come in with a lighter value for some highlights and see if that kind of makes everything cohesive. But I think this is why last time I was relying a lot on the outlines, because they kind of like finish it off for you. Even if a page is like halfway done, if you put in the dark lines, it kind of finishes the page for you in a way. So this is kind of tricky to not rely on them. But that's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want it to look the way it looked before. So maybe we'll put in this line and then put in the line here. Not a line per se, but a sliver of value. Same thing here. I'm going to bring this dark value in some other places too. I know this needs to be really dark. I wish I had more blue paint. After the stream, I might go buy some blue paint. Yeah, we're getting really dangerously low. But for an hour, this is really good progress. Very good progress. We need to figure something out for the boot. I don't know if it's going to be a lighter value or if it's going to be some shadows on the back sides. Actually, that makes sense. We could do that. We could do shadows on the kind of the back curving sides and see if that doesn't clean things up. I don't have a reference photo for this. I'm kind of just going off of my old comic at the moment. Yeah, we could do this. Let's see. Kind of curve around the side. And then curve again here. Make it lighter though. Not sure if my cowboy boot anatomy is perfect here, but looks okay. I think we'll come back and do more to that. Whew, okay. I think that's where I'm going to call it for right now. I might stream later today, maybe not. But I plan to stream tomorrow around the same time, like 10 in the morning. So, alright, thank you guys for stopping by and sticking around for as long as you guys did. Yeah, I'll try to be here tomorrow again around the same time. So, yeah. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Lean. We just came to the end. Yeah, this is the comic we're redoing. But you just missed the stream, but the whole replay should be here after. Yeah, I'm working on, so far I've gotten 3 pages done. And yeah, that's where we're at. But yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. So, appreciate you guys. Bye.